Hi, my name is Dr. Douglas Hiscox. I'm a retired superintendent and co-founder of the Carefree Education Service Group, which is a group that spends a lot of time researching resources for districts, teachers, and students. And I'd like to introduce you to somebody today which I feel is a very important resource that school districts should take advantage of. She's Dr. Kathleen Cirillo. She's been in schools for over 30 years. She brings a tremendous positive experience to the school districts through her workshops that she's going to describe to you today. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Kathleen Cirillo.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
I've actually, it is, I've been looking back on all these years. I think half of my career being in schools, I've worked with you in one capacity or the other. You know, when you were a superintendent, we were assistant superintendent, when now as the owner of the Carefree Education Service Group, you know, the thing I admire about you most is that your desire to make a difference and that you keep pressing on no matter what the obstacles and I just so love working with you. So thank you for having me today.
I'd like to spend a little time just talking about the experiences that we've had, both in Ohio and Connecticut. I was a superintendent and an assistant superintendent in two different districts, and we were searching for solutions, figure out how to connect students to the learning journey in the school district and to help teachers understand their most passionate roles that they have with students and the relationships that they have. So we did a lot of research. We checked a lot of companies out. We looked for different types of solutions, different kind of workshops and trainings and so forth. And we landed on the workshops that you provide and the team that you have with you behind you. And we found that they were engaging, they were passionate about what they did, and the outcomes were tremendous in every one of the areas that we researched. So tell us a little bit about some of the things that you have.
One of the trainings that I did for you in Connecticut was called Above the Line Performance. And it was a powerful 2-day interactive, highly engaged training. But really our whole goal was to teach teachers how to build connections with their students, build connections with each other, how to help with discipline management, and really build that high-functioning, high-performing team in the school system so you had that amazing culture and climate. I always say where there's unity, there's strength. And so we really unified each school that we presented it. So we had some really powerful outcomes. And my desire always is to research what I do. I want to make sure what I'm doing is really giving the outcomes that we desire. And so we designed in Connecticut a research project where we had an experimental group and a control group. So a bunch of teachers were in the experimental group, randomly assigned, and a control group. And we found after the training, the experimental group, there were significant differences in things like teacher-student connectiveness, discipline management, work attitude and staff morale, and the social, emotional, and physical health of the teachers, because there was a huge wellness component in this training as well. And also, after 6 months, we ended up surveying the teachers again. 98% said they had increased relationships with their students and they felt more passionate about their students. 96% said they had an increased relationship with each other and had more passion for their work. 100% of those teachers said that their discipline problems in their classroom decreased. So they got to spend more time teaching and less time disciplining, which was a powerful thing. And interestingly enough, because there was such a great wellness piece to it, 98% of the teachers said they took less time off from work. So we had amazing, amazing outcomes from the research we did in Connecticut. So we were thrilled.
So the research was very important to me when we were looking for the solutions to help us out. But more importantly, the testimonies from the folks that were involved in it and the outcomes and the feelings that they had when it was over. And I'd just like to take a minute to read one of them that you sent to me, and you probably don't even realize that, you know, you sent me so many. But this one really stood out for me. It was a principal who later became superintendent of that district, and this is what he had to say. Above the line performance training made a difference as a professional, as a principal, as a husband, and as a father. It is a phenomenal approach for anyone who attends. My staff is knocking down my door to be part of this training because of what they heard from others. That is really refreshing. As far as what's going on in the school as a result of the training, there's been a definite shift in our school's morale, the way teachers are addressing students, the way teachers are addressing each other, and the way teachers are willing to buy into the fact that we are a team and working together for the same outcome. That's an amazing reflection from the principal.
Yeah. We had a lot of testimony of its power in their lives, and it wasn't even just the classroom. It wasn't just the school. They also had a lot of testimony about their home lives as well. So it was a great thing to make such a difference there. And of course, we want to continue to make a difference.